Hey, Max here. I'm getting ready for bed. I'm still thinking about movie talk and test screenings. So what I find really funny is that a lot of people still fall into two camps, even when we're talking about entertainment talk. They tend to believe, and there's nothing wrong with either one. I think it's funny. So a lot either believe the official company line or alternative media, alternative sources and scoops. You know, um, it's most likely that there were test screenings for Superman. And I've been in movie talk and followed it long enough that people used to deny there even were test screenings. Yes, they actually do test movies. I prefer they wouldn't. My take would be don't even allow access to social media influencers or reviewers. Just release the movie, release a trailer, and release a movie. But they don't. They do test screenings, and sometimes they micromanage stuff through the test screenings if they don't go well. It's very rare that a movie gets like amazing reviews right off the bat from the very first test screening. So I actually think this is extremely positive news that we're starting to hear about test screenings already. And then the other thing is, even if there are test screenings, different social media influencers that work in the scoop game can cherry pick. I'm trying not, I'm trying to get a good angle, sorry, because I am tired. They cherry pick the source they want for their narrative, and what they may potentially will get a lot of attention. Let's be real, Jeff Snyder got a lot of attention off that Superman. Test screenings are a mess. And then we're getting other sources now that are saying it's as good as Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Even if there are test screenings, there's more than two people in the room. You're going to be able to find one of each that follows in both of those camps. And then where I will leave this really, this mic drop single video right before I go to bed is if there really wasn't any, if there really wasn't anything to this, I do believe James Gunn would have come out and said, even on holiday, even said, this is not true at all. This is not true at all. But he's not. He still could. It still could happen. It's been trending enough. But you know what? This is all good because people are talking about Superman DC. And you know what's taking up more of the conversation? DC is taking up a lot more of the conversation than Marvel. Now, I'm not a fanboy for either. I like all superhero movies. I like Marvel and DC, equally. I think there's some characters that I might like more than others. Like Batman is just an all-time favorite. I do love Superman. I love Spider-Man. I love Wolverine. I love the X-Men. So I like them equal. But you know what? Talking about test screenings for Superman is a good thing. And James Gunn hasn't debunked it. And these things do happen. It's not crazy to think. This is probably the most scoopers have is the test screening and sources from that. Because people talk. People talk. If you saw Superman, would you be able to keep it to yourself? I don't think so. So that's just my thoughts on the test screening conversation. I hope you all have a good one. And this is all good because we're talking about Superman every single day. And I think we will up until the July release. And it's possible, but I highly doubt that Superman's going to be a bad movie. I highly doubt it. It's possible, but I just don't see it, especially from what we've seen in the trailer. The trailer looks great. And any screening, the other debate that's hilarious is what's a test screening? If you're showing the movie, it's a screening. And what justifies it to be called a test screening? Because a test screening is only to the public, only to select people for the public, or could a test screening be internal test screenings? They're all test screenings to me. They're all test screenings. I'll see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, everyone.